My name is Roger Anderson. Are the judges ready? Affirmative team?
Ready.
This will be a 7-minute first negative constructive counting down. I accept the definitions the affirmative team provides. I stand firmly against the resolution that national security should be valued above freedom of the press. My value for this debate is safety. My criterion is the security of the people. While national security undeniably matters, a free press is the lifeblood of democracy itself, a force that shields future generations by ensuring transparency, accountability, and the moral integrity of our leaders. Without press freedom, governments could stifle truth and abuse power, ultimately endangering your children's freedoms under the guise of security. Thomas Jefferson once said, "Our liberty depends on the freedom of the press, and that cannot be limited without being lost." A government unchallenged by a free press poses a graver danger to liberty than any external threat, for it imperils the future of your children and their right to a transparent, honest government. Contention 1. Historical and legal precedents for protecting press freedom. Our history is filled with legal precedents that protect the right to a free press, even when national security is raised as a defense. In the landmark New York Times Co. versus United States 1971 case, the Supreme Court recognized the press's duty to inform the public, even if national security was said to be at stake. Justice Hugo Black declared, "The press was to serve the governed, not the governors." This ruling reveals that temporary risks to security cannot justify potential abuses of power. Your children would inherit a world where truth could be hidden, even suppressed, for safety. James Madison argued in 1798, "The circulation of newspapers is essential to keep the people informed, and serves as the best defense against the encroachments of power. As parents and citizens, you must recognize that a free press is an active shield against unchecked power, one that safeguards your families and communities." Contention 2. The founders' intent and the balance of liberty. Our founders valued liberty above all else, understanding that a free press serves as a bulwark against tyranny. The Virginia Declaration of Rights declares, "The freedom of the press is one of the great bulwarks of liberty, and can never be restrained but by despotic governments." They saw the press as a moral safeguard against those who might exploit national security for personal or political gain. Benjamin Franklin famously warned, "Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." This is more than a historical quote. It's a warning to you as people of America and guardians of future generations. Sacrificing liberty for security is a dangerous trade, one that could leave the future generations without the freedoms we so cherish. Contention 3. The press as a check on government power. The press's role in exposing government overreach and ensuring accountability has saved us from countless injustices. Consider the exposure of NSA surveillance programs by Edward Snowden. The press alerted the public to mass privacy violations. Without that transparency, your communities, your homes, and your future would be exposed to invisible risks and silent encroachments on liberty. Thomas Paine wrote in The Rights of Man, "A nation under a well-regulated government should permit nothing to remain hidden. Truth, at all times, is the best weapon against tyranny. The press keeps power in check by exposing the truth, a protection we morally owe to those who come after us." In conclusion, this is why I believe freedom of the press must come first. National security is essential, but freedom cannot be its casualty. A government unchecked by a free press risks turning towards oppression, endangering the very democratic principles that protect your families and communities. Thomas Jefferson said, "The force of public opinion cannot be resisted when permitted freely to be expressed. Only with a free press can the people's voice hold those in power accountable, preventing the slide into tyranny that would threaten the freedoms we hold dear and the future of the next generation." I urge the judges to reject the resolution. Sacrificing press freedom for security would leave our nation vulnerable to the erosion of liberty, stripping away the accountability that protects us all. As parents, citizens, and moral stewards of freedom, you must remember that a nation that sacrifices freedom for security will end up with neither. I now stand ready for cross-examination.